Hey guys, welcome back to the show. GM Poke here. Got a quick one for you. So this is another sports opening. Remember my whole sports card collection in 19. When did I start? I think the earliest ones I have are somewhere in the 80s, and then all the way through. Well, this is 91, so we have some 94, 95s. They're all going to be ripped open. Anything that I still have that's sealed, all complete sets, will be broken open. I'm going to pull out any stars. I'm going to send all those stars off to PSA and see what we can get for return. So in 2024, hopefully we get a nice return from PSA gradings, or maybe we lost out by not selling them sealed, but I highly doubt that's the case. Watch what happens. Join me inside. All right, guys, let's get into this. As you saw in the intro, the premise is that everything that I have that's still sealed, look at that, is broken. So we're not going to leave anything sealed. If I put this thing online and try to sell it, I maybe get like $8, right? If I break it open and I pull the few stars that are actually in here out, then when I do send it off to PSA, the few stars I send off probably get a good rating. And if they get a good grading, then we're sitting okay. Now we have got... look at this. We've got some holograms. I wonder if some of these hollows could be graded. Gold's to grade just about everything, right? So we're kind of shining them up a little bit. I wonder if I use some of that chrome polish stuff they use on the chrome cards. Let's see. That was not it, though. That was just me. Okay, let's see. I wonder if anyone's ever graded the team hollows. Someone has to have. They're not numbered, right? So pretty beat up on the back. But maybe the Oakland A's. Well, yeah, some of them are pretty clean. I wonder. I'm gonna. Do I have a bigger? I think maybe this is a slightly bigger sleeve. I don't have bigger sleeves. I have pretty tight fitting sleeves, so I really don't have. I'm gonna just put those up there for now. What a nice presentation, honestly. And then I won't use that for anything, but still, what a nice looking presentation. All right, so there are only a couple cards in here that honestly we're interested in. And then we'll look to see if there's any zero populations. I do want to get it up on my screen real quick here, though. So we have the 1991 Upper Deck Final. Sorry, my screen's pretty small. The little window, well, my screen's not small, but the window that I have it up in is pretty small. Okay, so I have the population report up. I'm going to share this with you so you can see what I'm squinting at. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything has been graded. There are a bunch of zeros still, but I don't know, Jim Thom, obviously, lots. And his cards really, honestly, do not. Frankie, look at Frankie doesn't. Frankie's rookie. Kenny Lofton, a ton also. I think probably, realistically, you're going to see everything has been graded at least once. Some of these sets, I'm not sure people are trying to collect the whole thing, but, I mean, here we go. So we even have some of the holograms have been graded, right? So that was my question, is whether or not any of those have been graded. And I might give it a shot. I might send some in, maybe the A's or the Rangers. Where was, I guess the question for me would be, where was Ryan playing at the time? Right, that might be a question. Okay, and then here's where we're looking at. A lot of these, like, no, that's not actually in only one sale. So, we don't really need to check back on that. I won't need to see it. Bobby Bonilla, what I'm going to be mainly looking for is what is the population report on some of these players. So this is the All-Star game. So you're actually going to get some pretty nice big name players in there because of the All-Star game numbers. So number 99, Bobby Bonilla, only has 1, so his population is 1 out of 10. And I kind of think that Bobby deserves to be graded in a lot of these sets. So we'll throw him up there. He looks pristine to me. Okay, a little bottom heavy. Maybe Bobby's a little bottom heavy. Andre Dawson he's at a 23. So he's been graded a few more times. So some of these just might go. Now I'm going to have so many cards left in this year that I just simply did not get around to grading. In which case, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, how I want to move all these, because I don't want to have any of them left around here at the end of the year. I think I might take and just sell lots of all the cards that, like, I believe are 9s and 10s, right? and ship them out saying, here you go, here's all your potential 9s and 10s or low pop numbers. So I guess that'll be kind of what I'm thinking. Ivan's only got one. Ivan's a low pop, like a good old Bobby over there. There's only 110, so someone else is capitalized on having a very low population card. Ozzie Smith has got 40. So what you see in front of me, if you want to know what I'm doing, is I'm putting stars with a lot of population, stars with very low population, and then just stars. Chris Sabo. Sabo's got a low pop. Sandberg, nice. Sandberg's got a high population. So 35 out of 10 is what I'm talking about. So, I mean, obviously there's guys with thousands, right? But what do you guys think about 16? Will Clark's got 16 at 10 already. Is that pretty high for this set, right? So for this set, I'm going to say this is probably pretty high. Benito's got a population of 2. So just a low population. And I think some of those names, I think, you know, you get that kind of population. I think we're doing okay. These are in order, which is amazing. It makes it so much easier for me to find their populations. Tom Glavine, 25. If he goes in. Danny Tarble, 1. 1 total population, right? So if he can truly pull a 10, I mean, this set's well taken care of. And then again, same thing. So someone went through and did what I'm doing. They beat me to it. I really wish I would have chose to do this a couple years ago, right before COVID. That would have been pretty cool. Obviously, the promise for the return wasn't there as much as it is now. We got, there we go, Ken Griffey, 509. 509 out of 10. And since I actually care about the Griffey card, not that I don't care about the rest, but that's one that I will most likely be sending off. I do want to make sure I don't have any fingerprints on them. Right, because there's a lot of dust on this table. I wiped it down. I didn't really go in and clean it afterwards, but I just did a opening of a 88 Topps wax box from football. And there's cardboard, I feel like, everywhere. There's just cardboard dust all up in this place. Okay, Griffey's almost always a send for me. Okay, so we got a Ricky Henderson, who honestly doesn't have that great of a return, but I feel like as long as I send him at the right price, Ricky's a safe bet. Like, I think as long as I send him when they have like a sale, so if they have another like bulk rate sale for this time frame on Major League Baseball cards, then I'll be sitting pretty good. And I just sent off one, right? So being as how I just sent one off, probably not going to hit that rate very fast. Cal's got 65, Henderson's got 74, just a lot. I like to look at those ones even with high populations, though. Boggs, not sure how I feel about Boggs. I don't know if I can get it or not. We're going to throw him up there with Gladline. Sandy Alomar Jr., a second-year card, 13 population, so not too low of a number. Cecil Fielder's under 10, so if we decide Cecil's getting some returns. Roberto Alomar, who is that? Who is down there? Is that Bobby? Is that one? I can't tell. You stand up smiling, I could figure it out. So Roberto Alomar is, sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place apparently. Huh, it went out of order. Roberto is 13, so relatively lower, right? Lower population. Got a Twins guy. Got to send a Twins guy in once in a while. 24 though, Jack Morris. Here we go. I didn't even know this card was in there, honestly. A second Griffey. Ooh. You guys see that? You can't see it. Okay, here. See that little ding up there? What a bummer. What a bummer. I think I can get that out. Do my little rolling pin thing here. So I take this. I just throw it on the counter. And I just kind of roll over it like a rolling pin. Okay, let's see. How are we looking now, guys and ladies? Ladies and gentlemen. Told you. Told you I can get that out. So I don't know. I mean, you're still going to see a little nick on it. I don't know if that checklist will do anything. I am, because it's a Griffey, going to throw in a top loader because, or at least a, you know what, I'll probably throw in a top loader and give it a little paper tag. This way I can get it back out later. But I definitely am interested in sending it in. I would like to be able to, at the end of the year, if I don't have cards moved, doing lots, and I have so many other Griffies that are already going, that worst case, if they don't move somehow, either take them to a card show and use them as bargaining tools, throw in, you know, like a random Griffey 10 on someone's order if they're willing to do something. And now we're going to be finally into the, they're just the bulk level of the cards, right? So I don't need to go one at a time anymore. I'm going to just scroll through, and since they're all graded, it makes it really easy to find. So Random Tomlin has got 0-10s. We're going to throw him up there. And then I'm looking at next is Dean Palmer. Wow, Dean Palmer actually has a 0 population at a 10. Are these going to be in order? Because that's going to be annoying. Okay, they are. Gerald. Or not. Was he stuck to him? What are you doing, Deanie? All right, so 0 population at a 10. And then a lot of ones, just tons of ones. I'm not too interested in trying to go after getting number 2 on a lot of these guys. Gerald's got a 0 out of 10. Ron Darling is my next stop. Ron Darling has got 0 out of 10. And he's got a dinged corner, so I'll have to see if I can repair him all the way back to being ready to go or not. Did I grab Vincent? Shoot. Nope. Vincent's got a 0. Tim Burke. Ron Darling I nailed. I didn't nail him. Scott, for some reason, is in there twice. Neither one has got a 10, though. That's really weird. Brett and Kevin both have 0s. You guys, they all have 1-9, right? Or 1-8. So someone was trying and not paying attention to centering. Anthony Young has got like a 6. Come on, guys. Stop flipping my cards upside down. Okay. Dougie's got 0. Tommy Green. Tommy's got 0. Chris has got 0. Bill's got... So these are all go essentially into a 0 bucket. Get a big... Not a bucket, but I got a big box of cards that are a 0 population, and I'll check again before I send any of them. Ooh, wait a minute. We got some nice cards coming up. Keith Mitchell has got 1. I thought that was going to be Kevin Mitchell. I was all confused. So we got Pudge. Pudge has got 3,500. He's got a lot. Hunter's got 0. Scott's got 0. And then we're at Mr. Tom. Oil Can Boyd. What's Oil Can at? 1? I think we'll pass right now. Perfecto. Number 50. Dennis Martinez has got... I don't know. I'll think about it. He's got a low pop. And I actually want to pull Pudge out so I can sleeve him up. Because I will probably want to send him off. I have some other rookies of his going off, so why not send the rest, right? Okay. Let me see. Where are we at now? We're stopping at Rick. Rick is a 0. Ryan is a 0. Rusty. Wow, okay. Most of them now. Rusty. Patrick. Wilson. Sox guy. So Wilson. Todd. John, you lucky bum. You already have a population. Okay. And then Thomas Howard. Look at all those potentials for PSA 10 pop ones. Okay, where are we at? Darren Lewis. There we go. Actually, finally, these guys got populations. Mike Humphreys is a 0. Denny, I don't know what's going on, man. Oh, 91. They won, didn't they? Didn't 91, did the Twins win? I was like, why are there so many Twins ones? Because usually they're lower population, but that would totally make sense why. Steve Howe. Where am I at? I'm here. Okay. Little Chido. Chuck. Candy? Really? Candy's got 0 population? Candy's a star, man. No one even... Oh, there's 2 9s. They tried. They tried twice and failed both times. Neeson's got it. How did I not find a Derek Bell? Is he stuck? There we go. Sorry, Derek. You have a population. Oh, yeah. We got a Kenny Lofton. Very nice. Kenny's got 402 PSA 10s. We're not going to worry about that. There's room for him to be graded along with everyone else. And for whatever reason, Frankie doesn't. Frankie doesn't have freaking population for whatever reason. Crazy. Okay, Jeff McNeely, same thing, 0 population. Kevin Moore does. Mark Newfield does. He's got 1. Jim Thom, like I said earlier, thousands. Robert, he doesn't have a population. Gerald. Eddie has got 1. Arthur, what you doing, Arthur? Yep, he's got 1. Todd Van Poppel. How did I skip? Does that seem... Oh, sorry. Todd Van Poppel's only got 1. I wonder... Let me think about it. We'll think about putting Poppel in. Reggie Sanders had 8. Is there any interest in Reggie Sanders cards? We'll throw them up there. I'll take a look at them later. We'll do the comparables. Tom Goodwin. It's got 0. Wow, that's really weird. I would have thought he would have had some. Klesko has got a low population. So for being his rookie and having a lower population, he's got 17. Excuse me. Dimitri's got 15. I don't even remember him as a player. Dan Wilson. Scott Bryant's got 0. Mark Clayton. I remember his Topps rookie. That one's burned in my skull. I think I saw it so many times. Lance has got a 0. Pedro Martinez, 4,000, like 695. And then we got a Klesko and Sanders rookie also, which we will take a look at. And it's only got 5. So we'll possibly send that one in also just because of who's on there. Okay. So Pedro looks good, nice and sharp and clean. I'm pretty happy with ripping this box open. Sometimes I'll pull the box open, and like you saw, a couple dings, everything will have the same ding, like someone kicked the thing, you know, like let's say I was moving houses or something, someone kicked the box down the street. They didn't, but I'm saying maybe they did. That's what it kind of looks like. So I'll say happily today, I'm not running into that. I do have some other Kenny Loftons. I got some gold Kenny Loftons going off. Gold rookies, excited to see how those turn out, and then just some standard Topps rookies, then maybe even some traded sets. We've got a ton of cards which are 0 pop, really no namers, obviously much better than I ever could have been, but still no namers. They'll go into my 0 bucket, or my 0, I call it a bucket, but the big 0 box. So every time I do some submissions, I think I'm going to start grabbing and trying to do some players who are potentially going to be valuable because it's a 1 pop and you just happen to come across a player someone collects and you have the only graded version of the card, right? So I think a lot of those players, no one's going to be honestly searching their name, but there is a chance. And, you know, if I'm sending in big orders, I can afford to slip another one in when you're already spending, you know, what I'm spending on sending PSA cards in. I think it becomes worth it. A couple of these we'll send off probably with it too. Becomes, you know, more affordable. You're already spending $1,500 or $2,400 or $3,000 like I've spent sometimes. It's not that bad to just drop one more card on top of your order. So yeah, so we got some other cards. We'll check them out, guys. I do appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the whole show. So this was a 1991 Upper Deck Final Edition, and I'm gonna head off to my other office. I'll see you guys later.